I spoke about the banking application, right? So we have three data sets actually: the customer, the account, and the you know and the movement, right? Wherein we have a transaction or amount movement happens, right? So we have already talked about account processing, wherein we talked about subscribe component, continuous join with DB component, and how it works actually, and the continuous join with continuous update table, and then the multi-publish. So now we are going to talk about few more the processing part, and also the some components with important components. The continuous sequencer component is going to be coming into picture, right? This is a very important advanced component. Okay, it's very helpful in this continuous processing graphs. Okay, so let's hook up to the this one, the processing part. Okay, so this is the basic thing actually. So without continuous sequencer, I'm going to use the graph which is going to be inserted the new customer also. If any change happens in the address or the other attribute of customer data set in the database is going to be applied. Okay, so let's see how it happens, right? So we have a customer feed. So okay, so there will be a queue, basically a serial queue, and then there will be a customer queue is going to be read by the subscribe component, and then there will be a continuous join with DB. you know it will check whether the customer is similar way, wherein we check the account ID existence, right? In the similar way we are going to check the customer ID existence, and if it is there, then fine. Otherwise we are going to create the new record, right? New customer or an old customer, right? So we will have all those records over here. Then herein we are going to filter those records, so whichever is the new customer or whichever is the existing customer. If it is a new customer, so we will create the new customer ID, and we will insert the new customer into the customer table using the continuous update table. Otherwise we will have a so if it is an existing customer, we will filter out over here, based on the output of this join with DB, continuous join with DB, and then uh, application of the customer changes, maybe the address change or something like that. If it happens, we will update the customer using the continuous update table, right? So continuous update table, as I was talking about, it is similar to the update table components. We have an insert SQL file or insert SQL statement. Also we will have a update SQL file or update SQL statement. So this is a basic thing actually. So but here is one question. Okay, actually, if we want to sequence those two operations, right? We don't want to hit the database at the same time, you know uh, okay. So what we can do is we can sequence these two database process, right? The insert process and the update process. So how to do that in continuous graphs? But in batch graph, how do we do it? We can have components in different phases, right? First, let's say we insert it, and then we are going to update it. Okay, so we have phases, but in continuous graph we don't have phases, right? The data will keep on coming. We read the data in the batch of number unit of work, right? In the batch of checkpoints, right? So in that case scenario, how to make sure that the sequencing of operations happen? So to do that, as I was talking about, right, the continuous sequencer comes into picture. What it will make sure is, so let's directly hook up to that setup of the process. So if you look at here, what we have over here is we have filter by expression. Everything else is same. This new component came into the picture, and also there is an unused part of this. The reject part, or maybe what you call it as a you know if anything over here also, in the log part. So the log port of the continuous update table also will be connected to the get in port of the continuous sequencer. So this is continuous sequencer component. So we will have a get in, get out, data in, data out. So what will happen is, so the whatever is received in the get in port will be emitted from the get out port, and whatever is received in data in port will be passed from the data output. Okay, herein we will have all the update existing customer in this flow. So all the existing customer will arrive over here, and here we will have a it will the buffer actually. So if you look at in the actual Abinitio component, so we will have a blue dot over here and also in this port. So these blue dots signifies that the data they can buffer it. Okay, the buffering can happen. So it will keep on waiting the data until and unless we will receive the checkpoint in the get in port. So when we will receive the checkpoint in the get in port is whenever the processing of all the processing of the for a particular checkpoint, right, all the processing of for a particular checkpoint happen in the update table components, in the sense of, let's say 10 records we have within a particular checkpoint, and this flow received only 10 customer id to be inserted. If all those customer are getting inserted, then only it will emit the checkpoint from the log port, and this checkpoint will come into here, and then this this checkpoint and the same checkpoint which was emitted by the filter by expression will be read in the same time, and then the processing happens, and the data will be pushed out from the data out port, and then the update happens. Okay, and this data get data which is coming in from the get in port will be emitted from the get out port, and we can trace those records. Okay, otherwise we cannot, it's optional port. Okay, we can keep on left it like this only, right? So we may uh, uh, let it like this only, we may not connect it actually. Okay, so what is the role of continuous sequencer? Continuous sequencer is to establish the sequence of the operation size. So we have inserted the record first and then update up, so this update happens. Okay, so this is the kind of uh, it's a sequencer of the particular operations, right? So we can connect any port over here. Okay, any port over here. So the main thing is like the processing should happen in sequence, right? So until and unless the checkpoint comes, the same checkpoint which came over here and waiting, it come over here, until then the continuous sequencer will not place the record from the data output, and the continuous update table will not happen, right? So this will keep on wait, so to put a wait on it, right? So it will wait for it, the particular checkpoint, and as soon as everything is processed and continuous update table emit the checkpoint from the log port, and it will come, right? So for a particular component, right, when it will emit the the checkpoint is to, it will emit the checkpoint after processing, and to all the ports, whatever port is connected, maybe output also, and log port and all, reject port. So the simultaneously it will place the checkpoint in all the ports, output ports. Okay, similarly in the log port it will put the checkpoint, and then the sequencing happen. So the difference between two is this is simultaneous process and this is the sequence. So sometimes we need the sequencing, therefore we use the continuous sequencer in the continuous component. So this we learned that this continuous sequencer is very important component with respect to the this kind of processing, wherein we need the particular sequencing of operations, Ragi. Okay, so this is about this, right? So in next video, we are going to learn few more components basically, and try to understand those components and the transaction processing or movement processing we are going to understand. Okay, thank you so much.